failed timeout waiting for response. Okay, I guess we'll have to just wait. Alright guys, this is Alpha Charlie 2, Alpha Echo, co-pilot for this evening. The pilot tonight is Dave and 7MKY, and I will be co-piloting today. So, we are looking for any, let's see, short on time, mobile, mobile short on time or in and out stations. Mobile short on time or in and out stations. Oh wow, okay, I see what's going on with my NetLogger now. It's actually RFI getting into my computer. Huh, that really stinks. Alright, but in the meantime, one more call for mobile short on time or in and out stations. Mobile short on time or in and out stations.
Comment.
Uh-oh, here comes the Burger King. Here's Rusty Balloons himself. Go ahead, Russ, pick it on up, brother.
Okay, my NetLogger just went crazy too. You running 200,000 watts or what? So I'm going to reset and get back in. I still got my trusty paper here if something goes wrong. But if I had another problem, I'll call you back. But yeah, my NetLogger is down and locked.
Yes, okay, so alright, so maybe it wasn't me. Yeah, I had something going on with it as well. Who knows? I know there is an update. I'm using an older version, and there is an update to it, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But guys, the live stream is up. The live stream is up. So I'm going to share it now on the Facebook FusionNet. So, all right, let's see. I don't know if Pilot Dave is back in controls, so I'm going to hold off on check-ins just for a bit to see if Pilot Dave is back. Okay, AC2AE over to N7MKY. Are you in?
N7MKY, your net control operator, aka Captain, has returned to the cockpit after making sure that the plane had fuel. I was wondering what that light was. I thought it was the intercom light. Nope, it was the fuel light. Good thing we didn't take off just quite yet. Alright, so the live stream is up and running, and if you're trying to find the live stream and you're not wanting to check in, you can listen and watch the live stream at David Hunter in 7MKY. Just search for that on YouTube and you'll find it, or the FusionNet.org on Facebook. AC2AE is posting the link, so it will be on there as well. With that being said, let's go back and look for mobile, short on time, or in and out stations that would like to check into the FusionNet. Come now to net control in 7MKY.
It's a good thing they call this amateur radio because I am far from a professional.
Oh boy, here come the jokes. You know, I wonder if AC or K2ACD is going to be joining us tonight. Boy, he had one heck of a joke last night. In fact, he told it twice and it was funny both times. Alright, well, not hearing any mobile short on time or in and out stations, so at this time I'm going to call for any and all stations that would like to check into the FusionNet. Please come now with your call sign, name, location, temperature, and if you're going to have traffic for the net, don't be shy. Please join us. We have a lot of fun.
Net control. net control. This is K2ACD. Net, Long Beach, New York, where it's, I don't even know, I think it's 51 degrees. No traffic.
All right, net control recognizes Kilo 2 Alpha Charlie Delta, Matt. 51 degrees, no traffic. I still should come back and get traffic from you. You need to tell that joke again. Well, thanks for checking in, Matt. Greatly appreciate it. Good to hear you. It kind of seems like yesterday that I heard from you. Inside joke for those that know. Any other stations, stations that would like to check in at FusionNet, come down to net control. All right. I'm going to tap the mic, make sure the captain speakers are on. I think everybody's got their tray tables already in their upright position and ready for takeoff. One more time. Any and all stations that'd like to check into the FusionNet, please come now. Alrighty, nothing heard from net control. So with that, we're going to circle back for a little bit of traffic. It is 7:09 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. or 9:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's circle back for some traffic. First one that I have for traffic on my nice little chicken scratch handwriting here is Mr. AC2AE with some traffic. Joe, what's your traffic for the net tonight?
All right, everybody. Good evening and welcome to the FusionNet. AC2AE here. Just want to tell everybody about the FusionNet.org, the FusionNet.org. Guys, I do need help with setting up the membership, but the membership will start as soon as we figure it out, or as soon as I figure it out. But I told you guys it would start this month, so this month is the last day. So anybody who's familiar with WordPress and setting up the membership, please, I need your help out there. And whoever is checking in 10 times in a row, will get exclusive content and membership to the FusionNet. And it's that simple. Wow. I don't know if you guys hear that, but it's going crazy out there with fire engines right now. Let me let this drop until I pass it. All right, I believe that's gone. So, check in 10 times and you get free membership, free lifetime membership to the FusionNet. That's right, guys. We are starting membership here. We've got over 60 members in and out throughout the last year or so. We do average about 25 to 30 members weekly. And we like all of you guys to be part of the family. So we're going to start a little, I don't want to call it so much a club, but we're going to start like a brotherhood, man, a fellowship, I should say, for all the sisters and ham radio brothers that are out there. And we're going to have some things that are exclusive content. And I'm actually, as we are speaking right now, I am setting up the Joke of the Week page for the net. For those who don't know, KK7AYJ, Cigarette and Net, gives us a joke every week. And we are now going to start putting this Joke of the Week on the internet. So we're having a lot of fun, guys. We're forever changing. We're forever upgrading. Let me see. Oh, good. I got a bit of time to talk. And we're always trying to make this net better for you guys. We listen to what you guys want. So if you guys have any ideas, if you have a question of the evening or a topic of discussion that you guys would like, you could reach us at the FusionNet. Fusion at the FusionNet.org. fusion at thefusionnet.org, and you can submit your questions or your topics of discussions, or even if you have an idea for the trivia. So we're always open. We're trying to make this net ideal for you guys. This net is all about everybody out here. It's not about me. It's not about Jay. It's not about anybody in particular. It's about everybody. And most of all, we just want to have fun. So with that, guys, merchandising will be up very shortly, guys. I am forever working on this website in between working period. So just you gotta please be patient with me. I am the only one who is working on this website in between my regular job and other things that I do during the week. So just be patient. Everything will come together. Let me let this drop. I know I got 40 something seconds left. Where is my timer? I need my timer. Things are a mess here today, guys. We had a major blowout with the FusionNet. Everything is just getting back to order now. So give me a second. I'm going to let it drop. All right, guys. We are forever trying to upgrade. So with that, we are also trying to get our hands on a Yaesu repeater, a 2DRX, or a 2XDR, whatever it is. We're trying to get our hands on it. I haven't heard anything back from them. I'm going to have to reach out to them to see what's going on with it. Hopefully we will get it because they're on sale. I don't know when the actual time is over. I believe it's the end of this month, so I'm trying to get in touch with them now. And hopefully we'll get the repeater up and going, guys. So we appreciate everybody who's donated already. We thank you so much for your generosity. It's amazing how we all come together when it's truly and really needed. So we're working on getting that repeater going. Let's see. Any other thing I can think of right now? I'm a little distracted tonight, guys, because like I said, we did have a major failure on the FusionNet today, so I had to stop what I was doing, get it back up working. Had to get in touch with Ryan W4EAE, who is the engineer of the of the FusionNet. So we finally got it up and going after a couple of hours, and so here we are tonight. All right, that is it. Let me hand it back on over to N7MKY. This is Alpha Charlie 2, Alpha Echo, N7MKY. You have the controls.
All right. Joe, thank you very much for your traffic this evening. Yeah, just to remind everybody, we got some great merchandise. I'm not a lot of it before I actually became an actual operator, and I used some of the little zip bags that are currently on there for my ham radio fuses and parts. So I'd say hold off on looking at it and buying any stuff till Joe gets it set up, because it's going to be wonderful. And then, I guess we'll be patient, Joe, or I could be, like the Seinfeld guy saying, no, it's so pretty good until it's up. But no, I totally understand technical difficulties I've been dealing with over the last 6 weeks. All right, enough of my saga. Thanks for your traffic, Joe. Let's move on to KE0MIZ Rob in Colorado. We've got some traffic for it, so we're looking forward to it. So hit me with your best shot, Rob.
Well, there you go. I'm no Pat Benatar, but I'll give her my best shot. What do you think? How about that one? That was a good one. Anyway, this is K0MIZ, Rob, Northwest Wellington, Colorado. And I just want to tell everybody a little bit about our system we have in here called the SkyHub Link. You can find it on the web, skyhublink.com, all one word. You can get into the system many ways. There's at least 12 different ways you can get into the skyhublink.com. All you got to do is go to skyhublink.com/connections, and you can have a look, see what everything's going on. We've got a lot of nets throughout the week. Pretty much one net every night of the week. I'm trying to figure out how to get you guys hooked up to our SkyHub on Thursdays. We're pretty crowded on Thursdays out here, but I've got Jack, KE7VH out here. He's one of the admins, or the SkyHub link. Trying to get him in contact with you, Joe, there, see if we can't get it hooked up sometime in the future. But anyway, that's what we got going out here. Looking forward to the rest of the net. Thank you, and back to you. KE0MIZ.
I was wondering if you'd catch that Pat Benatar reference. Good job, Rob. Good job. And you're underselling it. So, by all means, everybody go check out skyhublink.com. And I got to tell you, having digital communication is phenomenal. And you don't necessarily need a radio to do it sometimes, which is even more wonderful. Especially for the timid that go, oh, I have to buy an $800 Yaesu or a $500 Yaesu to get on Fusion. Start looking into it. It's you can stick it on your iPhone or your Android. Thank you very much. Appreciate the traffic, Rob. All right, moving right along. Let's go to my one and only and favorite KG0BK, Russ. What's your traffic for the night?
Thank you, Mr. Pilot of the Airways. One thing, if you have trouble with your throttles, you need to have FusionNet remind you to turn on the no smoking sign. Then I think your throttles will function properly. Just a thought. I'm not a pilot. Welcome everyone. Glad to see a lot of check-ins so far, and we're still early into the net. So welcome everyone. Hope that you're enjoying the net and all the characters, I guess, that comprise the net. What do I have here? I have the cannibal. I'm not sure what happened here. They had a cannibal CME, which is one CME that gets launched from the sun, and then another one follows it. And the one that followed the original one is moving faster, so they should have combined. But my last information, because I was busy today, showed it should be over us by now, but I think it hit earlier. I was on. I even lost VHF on repeaters that I get, 40, 50 miles away. I get all the time. Can talk real nice on them. They just went away. And HF, depending on the frequency, might be there for a minute and a half, and then it's gone. And then it might come back. You never know. It was. I don't really know what happened with that, but. What I did want to get across is we have a new launch for our rusty balloons. And Joe, I need to send you that new link too, so you can put that on the web page when you have nothing else to do. You can still go to the original one and then click on balloons and then click on another link that says this page is expired. We'll send you to a new link. But before we get into that, I'm going to let this drop, believe that or not. And this is KG0BK. And, hey, look at that, they dropped. Anyway, so new balloon is the W5KUB 110. 110. Made out of some new stuff. We got new electronics in it. We have, by the way, the last one went about 1 3/4 times around the world before it crashed. Should have gone farther, but we ran into, and we were flying at 42,000 feet. And there was some awful stuff. And it raised up to about 45,000 feet. And I think that's what took our balloon out. Either that or the CMEs took out our transmitter. Not real sure on that. But so our new one's up. We launched it Monday. And about 9:30 in the morning. And it is doing real well. We've got JP9 on that. JP9 is a 10-digit grid square. Now, most of you are familiar with a 4-digit. This gives you a 10-digit. So you can you can almost pop a balloon on the ground with it. really is working well. And every 10 minutes we have 13 word a minute code that it transmits. And APRS is every 10 minutes. So, and I didn't look to see where we're at. I should have earlier. So I'm a little unprepared, I guess. Anyway, look it up, w5kub.com, and then just kind of follow the links and know that when you hit balloon, it'll ask you to check for a new link. Then go to Ham Hub or APRS or whatever. It'll show you exactly where we're at. And it'll show you the temperature and the, take that back, it'll show you the battery voltage, the speed, and yeah, we get up to 166 mile an hour so far. So that's about it from me, I guess. And yeah, I don't have enough timers now to light up my Christmas tree, so I'm gonna have to use a few more. But he's just one per. And so yeah, I should probably hit 3 or 4 of them, but not tonight, at least so far. Doing a good job. Thanks for doing the net control, and really appreciate it. Keep your seatbelts tight and your no smoking sign on. From KG0.
All right, Russ. Well, hey, love the balloons, man. Love the balloons. And you'll have to, we'll have to get that up on the FusionNet on the Rusty Balloons page. Just give more work for Joe. Yeah, and as far as that no smoking sign, AC2AE, I did turn on the no smoking sign, so I don't know why the fire trucks were coming by your place, but yeah, there's no smoking on this flight. Now, landings, that's a different story. Little pilot joke. Had to go there. Russ, that's a pretty interesting way of sneaking out of timeouting the repeater by finger slipping off the mic. First one was 36 or 38 seconds, so you missed the second one. Good job. All right, thanks for your traffic, Russ. Let's continue with some traffic before we take a pause and take some more check-ins. So let's go to KK7 AYJ Annette. What is your traffic for the net tonight?
Net control, this is KK7AYJ, and I have a joke that fits into my life right now, so I'd like to share.
The stage is yours.
They decided to go to the doctor for a checkup. The doctor tells them that they are physically okay, but they might want to start writing things down to help them remember. Later that night, while watching TV, the old man gets up from the chair. His wife asks, "Where are you going?" "To the kitchen," he replies. "Will you bring me back a bowl of ice cream?" "Sure." "Don't you think you should write it down so you can remember?" she asked. "No, I can remember it." "Well, I'd like some strawberries on top of the ice cream too." "Better write it down because I know you'll forget." He says, "I can remember that. You want a bowl of ice cream with some strawberries." "I'd also like some whipped cream." "I'm certain you'll forget, so better write it down," she retorted. Irritated, he says, "I don't want to write it down. I can remember. Leave me alone." "Ice cream with strawberries and with whipped cream. I got it, for goodness sake." Then he grumbles into the kitchen. About 20 minutes later, the old man returns from the kitchen and hands his wife a plate of bacon and eggs. She stares at the plate and for a moment and then says, "Where's my toast?"
Oh, that was great. Where's my toast? Oh, that was a good one. Thank you very much. That's a good joke. Which reminds me, I have my lovely mother that lives with us, and she always asks for ice cream after her dinner. And one night she said, I want ice cream. And I said, what kind? She says, I don't care any. So I brought her a bottle of cream and a big bowl of ice cubes and said, here you go. Thanks, Annette. I really appreciate that. That is a wonderful joke and great traffic for tonight. All right, let's move to our weatherman, Katie to MSU, Howie in New York. What is the traffic for this evening, or I should say, what is the weather for this flight?
Okay, thank you, Net Control. Well, here in New York, we're waiting for a line of thunderstorms. Currently in northwest New Jersey. You want to check that out on your radars. I don't know if it's going to make it into the city, but probably get some rain out of it. I don't know about the thunder and lightning. That's probably going to die out, but we'll see. See now. We've had our cold weather, but no big warm up here on the East Coast, or at least for New York and the Northeast, until around the 12th of April. So near normal temperatures and kind of wet. Hot and dry weather is out on the West Coast, especially it never rains in Southern California. Probably won't be raining out there. So that's the way it looks for the weather. So in the next 2 hours, maybe New York will get a little rumble of thunder. I have a little joke that I just thought of. Why did the chicken cross the road?
I'll bite. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because he had Alzheimer's disease and he forgot that he was already on the other side.
I can't do it justice of a fellow New Yorker, but forget about it. Very good, Howie. Thank you very much for your weather report. And that pretty much concludes everybody that has traffic. And we're about 7 minutes away from the 30-minute mark. So we'll just step it up and say, how about it? Do we have anybody that would like to check into the FusionNet? Please come now with your call sign, your name, location, temperature, and if you have traffic for the net.
This is November 8, Hotel Uniform Bravo, Andy, Grand Haven, Michigan. 33 degrees, and I have traffic.
Alpha Golf 7 Whiskey, Quebec, Wesley in Coolidge, Arizona, where it's a balmy 79 degrees. No traffic.
All right, Net Control recognizes November 8, Hotel Union Bravo, Andy in Michigan with 33 degrees with some traffic. And Alpha Golf 7 Whiskey, Quebec, Wesley in Arizona with 79 degrees. I guess summertime's hitting you a little bit quicker. And no traffic. Any other check-ins for the FusionNet? Come now with your call sign, name, location, temperature, and if you have traffic for the net.
Kilo Delta 2, November Victor Bravo, Cross, in Brooklyn, New York. where it is 64 degrees and I have no traffic. That's a note.
Alright, that control recognizes Kilo Delta 2. November Victor Bravo was 4 degrees and no traffic. Any other check-ins? Alright, that control operator N7MKY saw a flash on one of many dashboards. Looks like I had a Whiskey Bravo 2 Tango Quebec Echo try to check into the net. Looks like Howard out of Florida. You want to try to come back to us and check in, Howard?
Yeah, very good. I wasn't sure whether I was making it in or not. Good evening, WB2TQA Howard down here in Coconut Creek. It is 77 degrees and clear skies tonight. Over.
QSL, 77 degrees, Howard. Got you in there. And do you have any traffic for the net this evening?
No traffic. Wasn't sure where to find you guys, but finally figured it out. So I haven't been on here in a while, but good to hear you. No traffic. Back to net.
Well, we definitely appreciate your check-in, Howard. And for all those that are listening that are having a problem finding the FusionNet, you got a Wires X radio, a piece of paper, and a pen. 40821 is the Wires X number. And if you go to the FusionNet.org, you'll see all the other lovely and meaningful ways and great ways to connect to the FusionNet, which meets every Thursday. All right, do we have any other check-ins? Come to net control now. All right, well, hearing none, tonight's portion, or the next portion of this is basically our question of the evening. Usually we have trivia that's hosted by Joe. He loves trivia. My wife loves trivia. I like questions, so I've got a question for everybody tonight. So the question of the evening is something that I came up with. I'm kind of proud of it too. Proud of mine. And then as we continue to grow the FusionNet, we would actually like to know what your ham radio license birthday is. And we can kind of figure out how long you've had it, but we still like to know how long you've had it. So when you actually took the test, and you got so excited, and you got that American Radio Relay League EC white form, and on it was the date that you passed your test. That's actually your birthday. So, we'd like to know when your birthday is. There's a reason for it. I'll tell everybody once we get through all the people that have checked in. So that being said, let's go to Ron at KD908HQ. What is your ham radio birthday?
KD9OHQ, and my ham radio birthday is the 9th of November. KD9OHQ, back to that.
All right, 9th of November, and what year was that?
2019.
So I'm just a little over 2 years old. All right, fantastic, USO. I've got your birthday as 11/09/19. Well, you got a birthday coming up, well, in a handful of months, a little close to Christmas. WB7 RWS, Mike and Emmett, what is your ham radio birthday?
Mine is October of 1996, I believe. 96 or 97. It's been 24, 25 years. I was a one-day ham cram at that time, no-code tech, and I'm working on being a no-code extra here currently. WB7 RWS.
Alrighty, October of 96. Do you happen to remember the day?
I don't, but I do have it in here under FCC. I thought I did, but I guess I don't. They've upgraded to the FRN system since then, but no, I don't. Lee Barthwaite with the Snake River Club in Nampa, Idaho, was the one who put the class on. They were the ones who run the local repeater on the Squaw Butte location, and he had a little ham radio store in Boise, which he sold kits and stuff like that, and all those things are gone now.
Alrighty, sir. Well, there's your homework, because I'm sure I'll see you sometime either this weekend or later on next week. We're going to find out what that day is for sure. Dennis in Springfield says November 5, DWR. What is your ham radio birthday? Alrighty, one more call. November 5, Silvermaster Romeo. Are you still with us? And if so, what is your ham radio birthday? Alright, nothing heard. I guess Dennis has deplaned. Not a good idea during flight. It's kind of windy out there. November Victor 7, Sierra Sierra. What is your ham radio birthday?
Okay, November Victor 7, Sierra there. My ham radio birthday is December 22nd, 2016.
Well, fantastic. I just hear everybody else out on the internet and through the Fusion room here scurrying to find their little white piece of paper. KK7AYJ, yeah, I cheated for her. I actually gave her a piece of paper and said, you're going to need this tonight. I guess that's the advantage of living in the same household as the night control operator for the evening. Yeah. All right. Moving right along. KB6DHR. Mike, when is your ham radio birthday? Alright, one more time for Kilo Bravo 6, Delta Hotel Romeo. If you're still with us, what is your ham radio birthday? I'm sorry, what was that again? I apologize, I was out of the room sort of. Oh, no worries. Glad you're back with us. So the question of the evening is, we're building the Fusion and growing the FusionNet, and we'd like to know what your ham radio license birthday is.
Oh, let me see. I've got to actually look that up. I know it's the year I believe is 2018, but I'm not sure of the actual date. Let me pull up my my ham radio deal here, and I can figure that out. Let me see. Wow, where's I'm kind of lost on my phone here. I'm trying to. Oh, here we go. I'm good. Okay, I will have that information in just a second. And where are we at here? Official license issue date was July 3rd, 2018. And I'm curious, is there going to be trivia tonight?
Well, in place of trivia, the question of the evening is birthday ham license birthdays. I'm sure that we'll definitely have trivia next week. But to answer your question, no trivia tonight. But thanks for your birthday. I greatly appreciate it. KF6 WTC. Mike, when is your ham radio birthday?
Good evening, David. And let's see here. Yeah, I thought that the very basic information on your license showed when you were first licensed, but it's not there anymore. It used to be there. I had to go back into my application dates because it had been a while. But anyway, my first grant date was 5/4/2000. So we'll be coming up here on 22 years in not too long. So yeah, 5/4/2000. KF6 WTC.
Fantastic, Mike. Thank you so much for your birthday. And now for the one, the only AC2AE, Joe. When is your ham radio license birthday? And again, there's no wrong or right answer here. You can use either your grant date, but I'd really like to know when your test date was, when you got that piece of paper, when you were super excited and just sat there and waited and waited and waited and said, please update, let me get my license so I can get on the radio.
Well, I kind of had some insider information, so I was able to look this up a couple of days ago. And of course, I do have my actual date that I took my test and then the actual day. Now, mind you, when I took my test, everybody that I went with got their okay to transmit on the following Monday. Me, for some other odd reason, I had to wait an extra couple of days, but that seems to be the story of my life. I always have to wait longer for everybody. So my actual date was February 20th, 2009. My actual date when I was able to transmit and get actually on the air was the 25th of February 2009. So that puts me at 13 years, 1 month, and 11 days, or depending how you look at it, 6 days. So that's when it was. And mind you guys, I got to tell you the story. I love telling the story. because it gets some ham radio operators really mad, and other ham radio operators are like, oh, that's really cool. Well, I knew I wanted to be at least a general, and I would eventually move up to a extra. So when I set out to take the test, I studied for my tech and my general like a crazy person. I mean, I literally locked myself in the room, studied for 2 weeks solid before the test, and it was about a Wednesday or a Thursday night when my wife came in. She goes, how come you're not studying for the test? I was like, I'm sick of ham radio. I said, I'm not even an operator yet. I said, if I pass, I pass. If I fail, I fail. I said, I can't even look at this book anymore. So with that being said, for 2 days before I took my test, I could not even look at ham radio because the 2 weeks previous, all I did was eat, sleep, and poop ham radio. I read the books relentlessly, did practice tests unbelievably, and just kept on doing it and doing it and doing it until I couldn't do it anymore. Let me let this drop. I don't want to get the timeout award for tonight. So now, with that being said, I go in for my test, and I told them that I was there to take both of my tests, and everybody else that I went with were going for their extra, and I was going for my tech and for my general. So what happened was they made a mistake, and they gave me the general test first. And on the general test, now I'm thinking this was the tech test. I sit down, I get my pencil, and I start banging it out, and I get 100 on my general test. And she's looking for the answer key, looking for the answer key. She goes, oh, wait a minute. She goes, you took your general test first. She goes, you got to take your tech test to make this good. And old AC2AE got nervous and froze. So she gives me the tech test. So I sit down with the tech test and I start looking at it, and I got nervous and I passed it by the skin of my teeth. One question. I passed it by one question, the tech test. I passed the general 100, and the tech test I passed by one question. I almost didn't make it. And so now I had finished before everybody else with the general with the extra test. So I was just sitting there and tapping my pencil or whatnot. And she goes, "You're making everybody nervous." She goes, "Here." She goes, "Take your extra test." She goes, and she goes, "Just use it as practice for when you want to come back." So I sat down and I took my extra test and I answered the questions that I knew. And then the questions that I did not know, I did the old high school trick of doing A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. And lo and behold, guys, I passed all three in one night. All three in one night. I was in shock. And some of the guys were PO'd at me, and some of the guys were happy for me. But that's how I became an extra. I became an extra on February 20th, 2009, or February 25th, 2009, however you like to look at it. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. AC2, Peggy, back on over to N7MKY, the pilot.
Extra, extra. Read all about it. AC2AE passes all three tests in one sitting. Yeah, I don't think the other people were mad. They were probably extremely jealous. Whew. Man, that's an amazing story, Joe. I didn't even know that. We've known each other for how long? Jeez. We need to spend more time on the phone together. All right. Let's move on to KG6OKI. Mark, when's your net radio birthday? All right. How about it? Mark, you still with us? KG6OKI. when is your ham radio birthday? All right, nothing heard. But I tell you what, we've spent some good time on this question of the evening. So as we get closer to the end of the list, everybody should have their birthdays ready. And that being said, KE0MIZ. Rob, when is your ham radio birthday?
Well, hello again. This is KE0MIZ. Yeah, you know, I had a goal for Easter as to have my ham license by, and this was in 2019. So like everybody else, you know, I had my mouth hanging. I was listening, trying not to push on the PTT. But no, I got her done. I went through the test, and I hatched my ham egg on March 9th of 2019. So I guess that makes me 3 years and 22 days old. Yep, that's what that was. So, dang. Does seem like that long ago, but in a way it does. Anyways, yeah, I'll throw it back to you. Thanks for having me. K0MIZ.
Oh, we got a lot of happy belated birthdays. AC2AE and, of course, KE0MIZ. We got some upcoming birthdays, too. We're getting close. How about Rusty Balloons, KG0BK? When is your ham radio birthday?
Oh, net control. I don't know whether I should be proud or embarrassed to say, but I want to give thanks to a buddy of mine that taking his test same time I was, Mr. Sam Morris. He had something to do with code or something. I'm not sure, but actually, I got licensed in October 18th, which was my mom's birthday, and she wasn't around at that time. But October 18th, the year was 1991. Yeah, 1991. I was licensed as N0OYT, and I took the Tech Plus exam. That was the year regular tech exam plus 5 word per minute Morse code, and got that one passed. They said, "Do you want to try general?" I said, "No, general is 13 word a minute, and I'm not ready for 13 words a minute yet." So they tried to talk me into taking the written test, but I knew it was going to be a while, so I declined. So after a year of being on the air and doing Morse code and some sideband, I went back up and going to get my general. I had 15 words a minute down. So went up to 13 word a minute test, passed that, passed the general, and then they said, "Would you like to try for advanced?" And I go, "No, I haven't." And advanced was still 13 word a minute. But I said, "No, I haven't even looked at that." And no. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. Maybe I should take it, so at least I know kind of what to study. So I went ahead and took it. And I was so happy when I had passed, I forgot to ask him how many I had missed. So I have no idea whether I got in by one or aced it. I have no idea. And don't care. And I'm still that advanced class license today and probably will be. So that's my story, and I'm sick of that one. KG0BK.
Oh, what a great story that is. 1991. Wow. Awesome. Well, that one's a tough one to follow. Let's see if Steve's still with us. Victory Alpha 3. Mike Papa Sierra. Mike, you still with us in Ottawa? Was it Ottawa, Canada? Yeah. When's your ham radio birthday?
Victor Alpha 3.
And 7MKY, I caught a blip of audio, but didn't catch all of it. Can you come back again?
I've really only been into the digital side of things. Amateur radio clubs here that I belong to. For a short while, I had a 991A Yaesu radio, but ended up selling that. Getting enough of an antenna up on the property here just wasn't so convenient in the city, and so I just kind of focused in on the and building a hotspot now, or a jungle spot there. So that's where life is for Steve in Ottawa. And back to you, sir.
Alrighty, sir. Well, we heard most of that. I'm curious, though, if you did tell us your actual ham radio birth date when you were actually, when you took the test, passed the test. What was that date? Date, and year?
Copy me now. I don't see it coming up on the screen. All right. And how do you copy me now?
I do copy you quite well. If you're coming in through a Pi Star, I would say probably press your PTT, do one count, and then start transmitting, and then before you unkey, do another one count, and we'll probably catch the entire QSO. Back to you.
My apologies for the poor transmission. I noticed the radio had gone off frequency by a couple of turns, and I've since adjusted it, so I will try again. The actual date is the 21st of December, 2016, so we're looking at just over 5 years now, and mostly just sticking on the digital side of things. I was saying that for a short while I had a Yaesu 991A, but one of the difficulties living in the city here was getting a proper antenna up, and it just became too cumbersome, so I sold off the radio and sticking to the digital stuff, and find it enjoyable just the same. So there you have it. Victor Alpha 3, Mike Papa Sierra. Back to you, sir.
Absolutely, 100% beautiful copy, Steve. Yeah, if you were transmitting on your 981A, I forget to hit the lock button every once in a while. My big paws hit that dial and it starts spinning, and I'm going, why can't anybody hear me? But yes, digital is fun. That's one of the reasons why the FusionNet's here, to have fun with digital. So, yeah, got your birthday that time, and Serge, my dad. I'm in 7MKY, part of the FusionNet Happy Team, so no need to say sir. Maybe count it. KK7AYJ, what is your ham radio birthday? And you better know this because I gave you your piece of paper.
KK7 to Net Control. My birthday is September 18th, 2021. I am just a little over 6 months old, so I am the baby so far. And I just have my general. No, I don't. I have my tech license. Sorry about that. I don't even know what I have. Back to Net Control.
Alrighty, well, in your infancy, you're still learning, so, that's okay. But, thinking that you're a general is the right positive attitude to go and start studying and getting your general. Because, then you can do the dance. And the comedian then will go unnamed, but he kind of like swayed his hips back and forth going, I got some ice cream. Well, that's kind of the same dance I did when I got my license. I am a tech. And then when I got my general, well, we'll get to that here shortly. I don't want to monopolize it. How about 82 MSU? Allie, what is your ham radio birthday?
Okay, Net Control. My date is February the 3rd, 2017. So I'm 5 years old, about to start kindergarten. I'll be playing with my crystal set a little bit longer. As soon as they start getting tests again, I'll move up 2 levels. This is Kilo Delta 2, Mike Sierra Uniform, back to Net Control.
Did I hear you say crystal set? Very interesting. At least it's not a wood burning kit. The one with the really short cord that you can only plug in right next to the drapes and then set the house on fire. Well, again, happy belated birthday, because it was quite recent. How about you, Matt? KO for Lima India Hotel. When is your ham radio birthday?
Well, my exam date was January 23rd of 2021, and my grant date was just a couple of days later on January 25th, 2021. And I'm also studying will be taking my general test next month.
Well, happy belated birthday to you as well. Good job. Well, definitely study for the general. It's a valley for sure. How about K2 ACD? Matt, when is your ham radio birthday?
Okay. I got my original ticket. My first call was Kilo Delta 2 Oscar Yankee Lima. I got that on January 2nd, 2018. But I actually took my test the Sunday after Christmas in 2017. It was on December 31st, 2017, which means that my amateur birthday is really 4.25 years old to the day, because it's the 31st. And by the way, I passed my tech and I missed my general by 1 question. Kilo 2 Alpha Charlie Alpha, back over to Net Control.
Thank you very much. And to my notes. November 8th, Hotel Union Bravo, Andy. When is your ham radio birthday?
HB, first of all, I'll say good evening to one and all. Everybody sounds pretty good. Oh boy, I was looking at some papers I got here. I carry that wallet size copy of my license in my wallet. The last time I renewed it was 2018, and that said January 24th, but I don't know
What the month and day was the first time I got my first license as my tech license. Studying for the general, and the next part of it, I had to get my there towards a minute for the general, and by the time I got close to that, I had a lot of trouble with CW. Still don't like it, but I got grandfathered in to the general, so that was, I believe that was back in 95. So, but I don't through the days. So there you go. QNA2B.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much for your birthday, Andy, and belated birthday. How about Alpha Golf 7, Whiskey, Quebec, Wesley in Arizona. And as a quick aside, KK7AYJ, the pilot needs fuel, please. Wesley, what is your ham radio birthday?
Don't want to drag this out too long. The church that I attend wanted to implement a security team, so since I was a firefighter for 26 years and a peace officer for Barbados, I got tapped on the shoulder. So among other things, I got a GMRS license in July of 2019. And I figured if I'm going to be fooling around with this radios, maybe I ought to go ahead and make it legit. So a couple of weeks later, on, let me look, August 12th, 2019, I sat for my tech test. I was fortunate enough to ace it. So they said, well, you passed the tech test, you're eligible to take the general. Would you like to try that? Yes, please. So I took the general test and I missed one question. They said, well, you passed general, you're eligible to take the extra, but it's difficult. Have you been studying? And I said, well, not really, but what's the worst I can do? Embarrass myself. So I went, like Joe, from zero to amateur extra in a little over an hour on August 12th, 2019, and I received my license August 20th. And with that, I'll say back to Ned. AG7WQ.
Well, outstanding. We have another trifecta in the Fusion family. We got AC2AE and AG7 Whiskey Quebec. Trifecta test takers. KD2, November Victor Bravo. When is your ham radio birthday?
KD2 and VP. Yeah, okay, my day I took the test was June 19th, 2017. And the day I got the license.
All right, N7KY, net control operator Rick Hurd, June 19th, 2017. Wasn't sure if you had anything else to add to that. If you do, Rob, come back.
Okay, Tony V, I was talking, but unfortunately I was using a plug-in hand microphone and I noticed the jack was coming out. So anyway, yes, I took, just briefly, I got on the 28th is when I actually got the license. It took 9 days. And when I took the test, I got 100% on the tech, which is all I studied for. But I said, okay, I'll try the general. Missed it by 5. I would have missed it by 4, but I changed one of the answers. But it whet my appetite, so I got the general a month later. And then 2.5 years later, I took my extra test, and I barely got it before the pandemic. February 2020. If I decided to wait another month, I'd probably still be a general today. So that's my story. Back to Ned.
That is a fantastic story. And I feel your pain with the mic. It's not like the old used mics that you actually screw down into the jack, and then people don't too hard the whole way they do it. Now, the mic just unplugs. So we're going to take one more birthday. It's about 2 minutes over taking additional check-ins. So let's get started with the birthday here real quick. Whiskey Bravo 2 Tango Echo. What is your handwriting of birthday?
Yeah, Roger. WB2TQA. I have been licensed since December 1973. 48 years in amateur radio. Over.
QSL. So is that December 19th of 1973?
QSL. That's when I got my novice license, and a couple of years later, I upgraded to extra.
All right, fantastic. Well, before I tell everybody my birthday, Net Control would like to take this opportunity to see if anybody else would like to check into the FusionNet at this time. If you do, please give us a call sign, name, location, temperature, and if you have traffic for the net. Come down to the N7MK way.
Kilo 2, Charlie Victor Delta. Chris on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, where we have now 63 degrees, and I have a little bit of traffic.
Well, welcome, Chris. I was wondering if you were going to pop in. And I'm going to have to get another piece of paper to write down all your stats here pretty soon, too. Let's give it one more run here. See if we have any check-ins. Call site, name, location, and temperature. If you have traffic for the net, come to Net Control Operator in 7MKY.
Whiskey Bravo 0, Victor Zulu Kilo Dennis. North Liberty, Iowa, where it is 33 degrees. Over.
All right, Net Control recognizes Whiskey Bravo 0, Victor Zulu Kilo, with 33 degrees. Did you say you had traffic for the net? I didn't catch that.
Negative, no traffic. Over.
All right, QSL. Any other folks that would like to check into the FusionNet? Please come down with your call sign, name, location, temperature, and if you have traffic. All right, hearing none, we will go to K2CVD Chris, who has some traffic. And Chris, when you pass your traffic, if you at the tail end of your traffic, will also answer the question of the evening, which is, when is your ham radio birthday? I greatly appreciate it. All right, just a second here. It looks like we had somebody trying to check in. Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee. If you're copying us, come down with your call sign, which I have, your name, location, and temperature. Alright, well, unfortunately nothing heard, so I'm not sure if one of our reflectors went down, Joe. Take a look at that. In the meantime, K2 CBD, go ahead with your traffic. Alright, N7MKY, your net control operator is hearing no responses. I repeat, no responses. So WB0VZK, do you copy net control operator? And if so, what is your ham radio birthday?
N7MKY in the group WB0VZK. Can't tell you the month or day, but I was licensed a technician in 1976, and 6 months later I got my general, which I still have today.
Alrighty, well, let's hope you join us on the FusionNet on a weekly basis on Thursdays. That start at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, by all means, if you can give us the day, month and day, that would be awesome. We'll take 1976 right now. And for those that are wondering, N7MKY birthday is March 13th of 2021. I was so excited to get my tech passed, to get my license. I have the worst testing that in the world. So I have no idea that they were going to offer me the dental test. Otherwise, I probably would have studied for it. But that being said, since I'm looking to get my general, and, well, I was told I could take the extra pay on that for sure. Why not? And I gotta tell you, I missed it by, well, I actually missed it beyond that too. So I wasn't as lucky as when I was able to do a 25 week show on other folks in Arizona, like Leslie, AD, Seven, EQ. But that being said, do we have anybody else that'd like to check the out of FusionNet this evening? Please let me know that I control operator in 7MKY. Alrighty, let's circle the kinetic grab Chris into CBD. Chris, are you back with us now?
K2CBD to net control, do you copy me?
I certainly do now, sir. You said you had traffic for the net, and we'd like to know when your birthday is, your ham radio license birthday.
Okay, thanks, Dave. I didn't know what's going on. I think I'm not always connecting with the XLX reflectors, so I hope you're copying me now. My ham radio birthday is June 3rd, 2000. There was a ham radio operator at the college where I taught, and he gave a course for technician, and I just on a lark took it, and I missed one on that test, so I got my technician. Then I also, later on, I got a Tech Plus and the General, but I waited until 2010 for the extra. But the odd thing was, on the General, I missed 2, so I expected to miss 3 or 4 on the extra, and I got them all. So I aced the extra. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And my traffic is, I just wanted to thank WA3MPS, Steve in Ottawa, for joining us. I talked to him yesterday, and he invited me onto the CQ Canada, across Canada Net last night, and that was a lot of fun too. So I'm glad Steve has shown up, and the CQ Canada Net is on Wires X and on Wednesday night, 9 Eastern, and it was a lot of fun to join that. So hope I came through okay, and when you're ready, I have some statistics to you. Kilo 2, Charlie Victor Delta, back to net control.
Yes, Chris, you came across loud and proud. Great traffic, and as an ambassador of the FusionNet, you're still doing a wonderful job. After all, you got me here. And look at what Joe and Jenny have me doing now. Well, one thing I did want to promise everybody, or tell everybody, is the reason that we want all these birthdays is because we're going to make sure that we have a page that celebrates everybody's birthday on a monthly basis. So, as a member of the FusionNet, you'll be able to see your birthday announced. So, yeah, it's a Christmas time, and you'll be listed loud and proud on the FusionNet.org on a special access page, where you'll also be able to click somebody's QRZ, bring up their QRZ page, and send them an email and wish for happy birthday. We are wanting to be one big happy family because we have fun here. With that being said, thank you for everybody getting me your birthdays. Some of you that did check in, I didn't get anything back from you. I think you fell off the net, but we'll catch you next time. We'll send you an email and ask you for your birthday. This is Ed7MKY, your link control operator, looking for the final call for any late check-ins for the FusionNet. All right, hearing no further check-ins, K2CBD, will you grace us with the statistics this evening for the FusionNet? And again, I don't write fast, so if you would be so kind, and because I'm only a year old in my ham radio license, please give us those statistics.
Thank you, Dave. I hope you're hearing me now. I don't know what's going on, but here's what I got. The U.S. states, 14. Time zones, 5. Australian states, 1. Canadian province, 1. Countries, 3. Continents, 2. And cities, 20. And I don't know if you noticed, but I think Robert in Australia, VK2DY, was trying to check in, so I counted him in the statistics. K2CBD, back to net control.
All right, well, hopefully you got N7MKY in there. It looks like our loggers did get me in there. So hopefully I'm included in those stats. So here they go. I have from copying 14 U.S. states, 5 time zones, 1 Australian state, 1 Canadian province, 3 countries, 2 continents, and 20 cities, and 0 net operator timeouts, and no partridges in a pear tree. QSL?
QSL, but there was actually one other statistic I don't know if you want to include. There was a non-net control operator timeout tonight, so I don't know where that fits in, but you did fine, but we had a non-net control timeout. K2CBD, back to net control.
You know, I didn't catch that timeout. You'll have to shoot me an email and let me know who that was. I was thinking I was taking some pretty good, copious notes. And I don't want to point anybody out on the air, because that's not the way we are. But I'd like to know where I messed up my notes. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for the stats. I'm going to ask one more time. Do we have any check-ins for the net before we actually start closing this out?
and HUB with a recheck.
Actually, I've got a question that kind of, I guess, can go with tonight's net. What I was thinking was, with all these seasoned hams, haha, that we have out here for many years, I've been a ham for 13 years, and we've got some new hams out here. What I was wondering is, do the more seasoned hams have any advice for us kind of new hams and for the really new hams? What advice would they give to us? Alpha Charlie 2, Alpha Echo, back on over to N7MKY.
Joe, that's a great question. That would be a great follow-up question. Sounds like we may have a part 2 coming soon. But you know what? We might not even have to wait. So if any of these seasoned hams have, or I should be teenagers and adults, based on the years that I'm looking at on my piece of paper, if you can tell us, preschoolers, give us any tips, we'd love them. Because nothing like more information about ham radio. And we did have a recheck. Andy, I did catch your recheck. So N8HUB, go ahead.
HUB, yeah, thanks, Dave. Good, you did a great job. Thanks for doing it. And Joe, that's a good thought. Older hams, maybe even new hams, pick up things they can pass along. Anytime they can pass along some information somebody can use, it's a good thing to help them along. Build antennas, things like that. Learn how to check your SWR and things like that. What kind of coax to use per band and everything like that. I just want to mention our net. We have a net. The night at 7 o'clock. West Michigan Connect 21335. Use that to get you in there too. So, and come on. And one more thing, Joe. Yeah, you brought up a good topic there. I would suggest. I'm a seasoned ham. I've been called a lot of things. Seasoned probably isn't one of them, but been in here a long time. Everybody has a habit with their phone, like you're chewing on her. Remember, your microphone is made to pick up sound. You don't have to breathe in it, blow in it. Back off your microphones about 4 inches. Turn your mic gain up a little bit. Stay the distance. Talk across the microphone, not directly into it. Keep it off to the side of your mouth so your wind air isn't blowing in that hole. It just makes a lot of uncomfortable noise and racket. I can't understand you half the time. So if you work on the quality of your audio, you don't have to be necessarily all that loud to get through. The machines will do all your heavy work for you. Just get some good, clean, clear audio in there. And that'll work a whole lot better for everybody. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, Dave. N8HUB.
You're quite welcome. Quite welcome. Thanks for the recheck. Thanks for the information. And thanks for participating. So, are there any other questions or comments about tonight's net?
K2ACD, I've got a quick piece of traffic. Hey, before we go to that traffic, we've got another check-in. We got Rob over in Kelly Ridge, Australia, VK2DY. How about you, Robin Kelly Ridge? Are you out there? Did I lose everybody?
Nope, it lives in 7MK Land. Just waiting for Robin Kelly Ridge to come.
Net control, I heard VK2DY, wrote him down, and then put him in the net logger. So he was there, KG0VK.
Alrighty, well, maybe the sun or the feud that's going on overseas is causing some internet issues, but nonetheless, I'm hearing people. So, AC2AE, do you have any additional traffic or questions for that?
No other questions, but I think Matt K2ACD, he's got something he'd like to say.
Alrighty, then K2ACD, net control recognizes and give us your traffic.
Okay. I just wanted to mention that all of a sudden today I suddenly felt compelled to start updating software on all my things, and it's been a while since I updated the traffic in my software in my N3FJP software. So if you use the AC contact log and have not updated it in a while, there was some kind of update recently. I'm not sure how long ago it was. Now, AC log, if you update it to the new version, will actually put you on a map, and it'll put other spots if you run the spotting program on the map, and you can click on faraway places, and it'll tell you if you have them confirmed or not, or if they're new and all that stuff. And also, if you do parks on the air, they've got a whole parks on the air section that they didn't used to have. And it looks pretty cool. So if you use the N3FJP amateur contact log, you might want to update and check that out. Oh, and also don't forget, Dayton is coming up May 20th to 22nd. K2 ACD, back over to net control.
Thank you very much for that traffic. Yeah. Doing software updates is important, but there's some of us that think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I kind of concur with that, but when it comes to software, and especially the digital world, it sure kind of eliminates other things to look at if everything's up to date. The only other traffic that I have for the net is just wanted to let everybody know that if you're looking for reviews or how-tos, N7MKY has a YouTube channel. Some good videos out there. And I'm doing it for fun, not to get famous. But if you do like what you see, I appreciate your subscription. One point or another, I will get to a point of monetization, which will help fund the FusionNet. Because they do pledge or will be pledging those funds to help grow the FusionNet.org. Alrighty, well, with that being said, if there are no other questions about tonight's net, this is the weekly meeting of the FusionNet, where we meet every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our mission is to help educate those individuals interested in learning about the amateur radio hobby and continue building the fellowship of hams across the world. We host this weekly net on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where participants pass traffic, comments, and we discuss all things amateur radio related with an emphasis on the various digital modes and beyond. Each week, Net Control either presents a question or topic for open discussion, hosts a wonderful AC2 AE trivia night, where participants put their knowledge to the test on various Redactor radio topics, and Joe tries to throw us a curveball all the time. We encourage participants to email us with subjects that they'd like to discuss on future nets to fusion@thefusionnet.org. Most of all, we want you to have fun. This is your net. We want to make sure we are covering topics you want to discuss. So please go check us out on the FusionNet website at thefusionnet.org. Gonna let it drop. Club members contribute their time and their money to provide all the services to the local amateur radio communities, and we appreciate your support. Are there any late check-ins for the net?
Since there's no late check-in, I have one more announcement for the net, and I'll let you guys go.
The control operator is feeling kind of giddy. Silence! No, just kidding. Go ahead.
All right. Well, guys, we're always trying to do something new. So, right as we speak, as this net was going on tonight, as you guys all know, Annette Cigarette, Annette KK7AYJ, she always has a great joke for us every week. So we are now implementing that into the FusionNet.org. I've been working on it while we were talking on the net. Annette and I have been working behind the scenes, getting a nice little image up there, getting a joke up there. And if you guys go check it out, well, maybe after the net, I'm still doing it, but it might be a little bit after the net, you'll see the, you know what? Let's see. I think I could publish this now. Let's see. Let me see. Let me preview it first, and I'll tell you when it's published. Righty. Okay, guys. I think it's up to par. I think I'm publishing it now. And, guys, just look up on the, it's going to be in the menu settings pretty soon. But for those who want to go to it right now, it's KK7AYJ, Cigarette Annette's Joke of the Week. And, yeah, I'm actually getting this ready now, guys. It'll be up before the end of this night tonight. Wow, this is an early net, man. It's only 10:41. All right, very cool, man. Very cool, gabagool. Look out for it. I'm actually posting it as we speak.
Alrighty, Joe. Well, hey, that's impressive. Working behind the scenes, getting a web page ready. Can't wait to see it. I keep getting refresh. I haven't seen it yet, so I guess you haven't pushed it. We're also going to be working on making sure that our live stream's up there too. So it's one-stop shopping at thefusionnet.org. And great. Don't see it yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Alrighty. Well, before I begin the next part, or the closing of this nap, I'm going to let the repeater drop because I will be darned if I'm going to get an award. I'd like to thank the following stations for checking in and contributing to tonight's net. And those following stations are KD2LRX, who was proxied in. We didn't hear him, but we got him proxied in by DC2AE. KD9OHQ, WB7RWS, Michael Emmett. N5DWR, Dennis, Spring, Texas. November Victor 7 Sierra Sierra, that would be Kenneth in Indian Springs, Nevada. KV6DHR, Michael in Kelso, Washington. KF6WTC, Michael in Oregon. Thanks for linking up your repeater. We hope to hear more people coming in next week. Got to work on making sure they're not shy. AC2AE, fellow partner in crime. And that would be Joe in Brooklyn, New York. KG6 OKI. And that is Clinton in Chino Hills, California. I've still got a minute and 50 seconds. Somebody keeps moving the log on me. It's messing my eyes up. KE0MIZ, Robert in Colorado. Thanks for joining us tonight. And Mr. Bloom, KG0BK. Thanks for joining us. Victor Alpha 3, Mike Papa Sierra, Stephen in Ottawa, Ontario. I'm glad you made it. Glad Chris got you invited. I hope to see you next week. Cigarette Annette, KK7AYJ, Annette in Boise, Idaho. KD2MSU, Howie with his weather report. Thank you very much. And a wonderful joke, too. I think the chicken's still looking for the other side of the road. Kilo 0, I did it again. Kilo O, 4, Lima, Idaho, Hotel. Matt in Georgia, thanks for joining us tonight. And 57 seconds. K2ACD, Matt in Long Beach, New York. N8HUB, Andy in Michigan. AG7WQ, and Tom in Arizona. KB2NVB, Robin in Brooklyn. WB2TQE is Howard in Florida. K2CBD, Chris in New York. 26 seconds. WB0 Victor Zulu Kilo, Dennis in North Liberty. Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee. I got 18 seconds. I'm not going to make it. Yeah, I will. N7MKY, your net control operator. And remember, in the great words of the English, if you want to find the secrets of the universe and get primitive energy, frequency, and vibration, this is your captain, NCO N7MKY. The FusionNet is now over, and the network has returned to casual communications. Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Dave, man, awesome job tonight, as usual, and great question. Definitely stirred up the guys and got them really thinking. Guys, go check it out. Go to thefusionnet.org, thefusionnet.org. Go to the upper right-hand corner in the menu section, and you will see KK7AYJ, Cigarette Annette's Joke of the Week. It is up. If you guys don't want to go there, I posted it on the FusionNet Facebook group, so you can go check it out over there. It's a nice, awesome picture of Annette, and I think you guys will really appreciate it. And Mike, if you're still out there, KF6 WTC, boom. I just sent you my phone number, so you don't have to text me through Facebook Messenger. You can always text me directly to that number. I'll always hear the alert. Facebook Messenger, sometimes I won't see it until I go onto Facebook, which sometimes I skip a day or two.
Thank you very much for the compliments, Joe. I wouldn't say it gets easier, but considering the amount of external, fun, you detect the sarcasm that I've been having over the last 6 weeks, I'm glad I did a good job for you. I'm glad I did a good job for the FusionNet. I was getting excited there. I was hoping to see a lot more on tonight, especially with all those early bird check-ins.
Yeah, I was expecting somewhat too. Well, you got to remember, we're on our 5-year anniversary as the FusionNet. Actually, we've been doing this just about 6 years, I believe, a little over 6 years, but 5 years is the FusionNet. So this is our anniversary year. So guys, July, look out, man. We're gonna have some anniversary fun in July. Tomorrow is April Fool's Day, so everybody Be on your P's and Q's. Mike, I'm going to invite you into the FusionNet group. We got it listed as private because we had some issues going on. What else am I missing? What else am I missing? Oh, and Dave, listen, I'm not going to say it does get easier, but I'm doing this already now for 6 years, and every single time, right before the net, man, I start getting butterflies in my stomach. I've been doing this for so long, you think I would be so used to it by now, but I don't think that ever goes away. For me, it doesn't at least. But it's manageable, and I don't know exactly when the time is while I'm talking or whatnot, but it goes away. So it's not like it stays there the whole night. And everybody's different. So it might affect you differently. But I gotta say, I still get butterflies in my stomach every night right before I have to do the FusionNet. So I don't know if that comforts you or not. Alpha Charlie 2 Alpha Echo over to N7MKY.
Well, I'm going to have to bust your chops now. So I'm feeling extremely unloved. I mean, seriously unloved. KK7AYJ gets a joke page before my face even gets added to the characters that are on the FusionNet. Before I get on the email distribution list. Come on, man. My feelings are hurt.
Be receiving emails. You should definitely be receiving emails by now. Matter of fact, someone sent an email during the net. Let's see. Who was it? I remember I just saw something. Yeah, you should have two. You should have, Dennis sent one, and Mark sent one. So you should check your email. You should have something in there, because I know I put you in there.
Alright, well, which email did you send it to? Because, like my radio, I'm glued to my email, and I don't have anything in junk, and I certainly don't have anything in my inbox.
Let's see. It's DG Hunter at. I don't know if you want me to say the rest of it, but it's DG Hunter.